It's Friday, May the 7th, 2021. And let me go ahead and say it right now. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Yes, I know it's Sunday, right? But you can't wait to Sunday. Everybody's going to be busy, right? So happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful and beautiful moms out there. Whether you actually have children or you are just helping take care of children, whatever the case might be, happy Mother's Day to you. And I want to take a moment today to talk with, a few people. Some of them are having some issues trying to get on with the Wi-Fi and all that. We do have Jordan Dodge out there waiting in the lobby, though. Hopefully his Wi-Fi is going to tighten up a little bit where he is. So far, so good, right? And I just want to thank everybody for watching this edition of Johnny Davis Lives. Thanks to our sponsors, Eastern Offset Printing, for all they do for us, guys. Listen, I'm not going to hold him up that long, so I want to get right to Jordan. But I do want to say about my mom there, who you see on the screen right there. Miss her so much. Great lady. Did a lot for me. Just the way she was about. It's like not like big college degrees and all. No, she was just hardworking. She taught me how to work hard and to give things 110%. She started me out. She went and paid for my first karate lessons and everything. And that was absolutely huge, right? From that point on, she supported me in every single way. And Mom, I am so grateful. I know you're going on. And one of the reasons why I decided, when everything got really, kind of rough for her at the end some years ago, packed up, shut down in California and moved back to the East Coast to help take care of her for the last year and a half of her life. I have no regrets about that. So I just simply want to say to you people out there who might begrudge your parents for some reason, might not be treating your parents perhaps the way you should be treating them. You got certain kind of issues going on with your parents or whatever. Trust me, you need to fix that right now, okay? Because they're not here forever. And when they are gone, they are gone. That silence is deafening. And you can't, I'm sorry. I wish I woulda, coulda, shoulda. It is too late when they're let down in the ground or in that urn. That's just the reality. So you better go right now and find your mama and your daddy, daddy too. Right now we're talking about mamas, right? And you need to tell them, give them a hug, tell them you love them, because I am telling you, when they are gone, that silence is something else. And there you can't go back. Can't. It's gone. It's just done, right? So find your mama right now. Give her a call right now. Pick her up. Right, and give her a call. Now listen. Now I asked. This is kind of funny. My shade tree comedian stuff going on. Okay, so I asked people, hey, you know what? Let's talk about your mom a little bit, and send me a picture and drop it on my website. Okay, all right. So I did that a couple of weeks ago for the puppies. Excuse me, for the kittens. Everybody dropped their kittens on the page. When I asked people to celebrate Mom, nobody dropped that picture. What is up? Mom deserves better. I love my mama. That's why I put my mama right there with a flowery dress on, her going to church clothes on, guys. And also respect Mom. Give them their just due. We couldn't be here without them. Most of us, none of us, to be honest with you, right? Couldn't be here without them. Thanks so much, Mom. Love you. All right, rest in peace. Okay, all right. So let me find Jordan Dodge there. See if Jordan's still hanging out with us a little bit there. We're going to go ahead and bring him up. Have him chat a little bit. And later on the 2 o'clock hour, right around that time, we're going to be speaking with Mr. Ricky Rainey, who's done a little bit of it all, fought all around the world and everything. And, really is an active fighter. Ladies and gentlemen, there he is. Well, without a man who needs no introduction, let's give it up to Mr. Jordan Dodge and his what that beard? What do I want to call that beard?
That's a COVID beard.
It's a COVID beard. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, Johnny. It's great to talk to you again, man.
Great to talk. Hey, look, has it been that long since I've seen you?
Been that long since I've been on the show, but man, yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you. I'm glad to see you're doing well. Glad to see things are starting to open back up. So, man, it feels really, really good.
Right. Well, I know right now, we're not going to keep you really long because I know for sure that you are extremely busy out there and everything, and trying to make things happen with your day job. Right? And I certainly get that. You're a painting company that you do. What I don't understand right now is why don't you have a bunch of paint all over your face like a normal painter?
You caught me at a good time.
Normally you're like multicolored.
Yeah, normally I'm at the beach. I'm usually at the beach when I'm on your show, but today I'm in the mountains. I'm actually in Ben Lomond right now. This is the area where the CZSU fires were this last summer. Fortunately, this area didn't get hit real hard, but yeah, man, I'm actually right in the hot zone where that all went down last summer. So yeah, it feels good to be back here. The weather is good, and the people are doing well. So really glad to see that. Thanks to all our firefighters.
Yeah. It's been a little tough period right there. You say you had your COVID-19 beard. Tell me a little bit about how it's been out there in California with the COVID. Hopefully things are easing up a little bit.
It is starting to ease up. A lot of people are getting vaccinated, and I think people are starting to get a little more comfortable now. It was really tight. It was really tight here. I think in my opinion, I think California was one of the most strict states when it came to locking down COVID, which I understand. There's a lot heavier population here than a lot of states, and so everyone was kind of handling it their own way. But California had really tight restrictions here. And it looks like they're finally starting to give the green light. June 15th, they're going to be opening things up again, and that's what we're excited about. I think that's why I'm on the show.
Right. Well, yeah, that's part of the reason why you're on the show, no doubt about it. And you mentioned something that I think is very important. You mentioned about the vaccine, and I know that people have tried to make that really political. But I know that also for me, it's science, right? It's just simple science. I break my arm, I go to the doctor. Please, doctor, could you fix my arm? If I get a cut and I can't take care of myself, hey, doc, can you take care of this cut for me, right? If I have a disease of any kind, for the most part, I say, hey, doc, can you take care of this for me? So I believe in science, right? So when the doctor tells me overall and overwhelmingly that, hey, Johnny, if you take this vaccine, it can give you a certain amount of immunity to fight the COVID, right? And why do I want to argue that when I'm 58 years old, right? And I have been following science and doctors for this long. When they tell me to get a shot, I get a shot, right? And I noticed that you and your family also got a shot also. Tell me about your experience thus far and your thoughts on that, Jordan.
I actually haven't taken the shot yet. Family haven't taken.
But I thought I saw that vaccinated thing up on your Facebook page.
It was kind of a joke because Facebook kept popping it up on my news feed, and so when it just kept popping up on there, I was like, you know what? I'll just go ahead and put the sticker on.
Oh God! Well, thanks a lot for helping out with our 70% immunity. Thank you very much, Jordan. I just have a philosophy about it. I was talking to someone about it yesterday, and we'll talk about this when we move on about it yesterday. That at the end of the day, when things are over, hopefully when we defeat this thing, and the numbers seem to be going down. I want to be in that number that says, that I was one of the people, the soldiers out there that fought the COVID. And I want to be in that number that if indeed, and which I think it is, the vaccines works and did work, if we look at it from a past tense, that and it is working based on the numbers. I want to be in the number that said that, yes, I was out there on the front lines and I did take the shot. And that's how we reached this quote unquote herd immunity. I want to be on that side, right? I don't want to be on the side of saying, well, it wasn't real. I didn't do anything. I just decided, let everybody else do it. I'm not going to do it. I have a deeper philosophy about that. That might be too strong and too heavy for the show, but it's real.
Yeah, it's got to get done. If we are going to be opening back up and things like that, I'm glad that they are rolling the vaccines out. I'm glad people are taking it, and it's helping everyone as a whole here. So if it's moving things in a positive direction, I think that's great. And we just haven't gotten ours yet. I'm not sure when I'm going to, but it sounds like we should be. They're going to be opening up for more people and everything like that, and it's a good thing for everyone. So we're just taking it there.
Well, you're young, and you're also young too. I mean, they're just now getting it where they're making it You are young. You are young compared to this old guy, right? So they're making it so more people can get it, more accessible and stuff like that. But that's just my 2 cents on it and stuff like that. But listen, part of that vaccination and getting back to normal is one of the things I want to talk to you about, and the fact that we're having, you're one of the first people in line to start back up with your PKB tournaments out there and stuff like that. What does that feel like?
This is probably one of the most intense I've ever done. Obviously, securing a venue, and we're having to go through a whole bunch of different protocol now. I mean, usually, I think even for fighter and promoter, you've got a 3 months is kind of the sweet spot.
Yeah.
And we just got news that it's going to be opening up. So when we want to be there to open up the doors, we don't have as much time as we normally would
Right.
to prepare for something like this. But I think that there is so much excitement for people
Right.
to get back out there and start competing. I think that we're definitely going to have people there. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think people are really, really excited to just get out there, start moving again. At the gym, the classes are doing really well. And I think the support behind it is going to continue to grow.
Right. That's one of the things I want to ask you about was the enthusiasm for getting things back to normalcy over there since you guys have been closed down so long. And like me over here on the East Coast, I've been fortunate, right? In this case, to be able to promote events. I know a lot of people looking at me, I hate it, right? But we've been able to to kind of mitigate some things and get things going. And guess what? We haven't had any issues with the COVID, and I'm very thankful for that. And but I know California's been shut down for a minute, and people are excited. Are people expressing this kind of anxiety to you, almost like it's a mental health? Man, I need to punch and kick something.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I haven't had one person who's like worried or scared or anything like that. I think
Right.
people really are excited to get in there, start moving. I mean, the kids classes that I teach, the parents have been dying to get their kids active again, and it seems like the kids are really loving it too. And I'll tell you what, man, these PKBs, those kids, they're like sponges, and so you see them going out there, and I mean, some of them have better technique than the adults.
Right,
It's
right.
really, really, it's fun to watch them. And that's what I love about the PKB. It's not just men getting in there. There's men, women, children, like they're all getting in there having a great time, and testing themselves. So I think it's a big testament to the program, and what we do. Um, but I definitely think that there is a lot of excitement. People are really pumped up to get back in there.
Right, right. Well, I'm certainly excited. And like I said, as long as by that time, maybe we'll be kind of like, relax some of our protocols, at that point, because they're talking about, like I said, really reducing them in June out there in California, like masks and stuff might be more optional as opposed to mandatory and stuff like that. And we're looking at that for in certain areas to see kind of what our thing is, that we want to be as safe as we possibly can. Really, Ship, tell me before we shift. Tell me about the date and place of your event.
Yeah, good question. So the date is June 19th. So it's just a couple days after they open up. The
Yeah.
venue, we are currently working on it. I've got a really, really cool spot that I'm literally turning in paperwork as we right before I got on the call with you. And it looks like we're gonna get a deal on it. It's going to be an excellent, excellent venue, and I'd say, obviously, I'm really excited about the competition. I love watching people go out there and compete, but also, I think we're going to get a lot of support from the community at this location as well. Usually, we're going to a school or gymnasium. We're looking at a spot that's right in the heart of town. And
Nice.
I think it's going to be really, really cool, really great for the community as well. And I
Right.
think the community, businesses have been really hurt with this, and so to get the support, get momentum for them as well, that's a really big deal.
Right. Awesome. Awesome. Well, look, I think that, like I said, I know Ryan and Daniel and Jackie, they're really excited, that, you're one of the first people to get back on board with this. And I think it's just going to be really an exciting event and all. And that's something that people are
I
really
don't
going
think
to.
I've ever seen I don't think I've ever seen the Hodges so pumped up before. They're
Yeah.
really stoked, and I mean they've been putting on some great events up in Reno.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest. I've been kind of jealous watching you over on the East Coast and them up in Nevada. I'm like, man,
I
it's
know.
it,
Hey, you got to do what you got to do, what you got to do, right? And
correct.
again, if I thought that it was, as president of the organization, if I thought that it was too dangerous to do, I wouldn't be doing it, right? We just found a way. And when I advised, I was getting advice from my doctors and nurses and my medical staff that surround me all the time, and they were telling me certain ways, especially Dr. Lucas was telling me certain ways that I can do these things, that I can be safe. And so I jumped out there and I tried it, and it worked. And once it started working, I just kept doing them. Now we're 870 bouts right in, and no issues with the COVID that we're aware of. And so if it was really that bad for fight sports, trust me, I would have been one of the people on the front line who could say, "Oh my God, I just had an event last week and I had 5 people call me and say they got sick." It would have been that way. They would have told me right that, but we've had none and all. And I think ideally, but don't get me wrong, we were doing the protocols, the masks, the temperature checks, and somewhat of the social distancing, especially from people that you don't know. So there's a lot that's involved in it and stuff like that. But I want to shift really quick here. I see I have one of my other guests came on too, Jordan. I want to celebrate Mother's Day for a moment, right? And now everybody, something you and I have in common is that both of us, we love Muay Thai and kickboxing, and we both have moms, right? But tell me a little bit about your mom, Jordan.
Yeah, my mom. My mom, great woman, strong woman. Love her to death. Man, the memories I have and continue to have. Fortunately, she's still here. She's still around. And I'm gonna go ahead and just let the cat out of the bag. If she's watching this, I'm ruining the surprise. If not, then it's still gonna be one. But we're planning to head up head up to the mountains this week and give her a surprise visit on the way through. So
Oh, nice.
um, if she's paying attention, she got the surprise.
Right. But the thing about it is that people sometimes I think take for granted how important it is to make that visit. Right? Have you thought about life without her?
Oh man, I think everyone does it at some point or another. My mother-in-law, she's a survivor. She's gone through a lot, and it's just something that we don't take for granted. I mean, because um, I wasn't around when she was going through her struggles, but man, she's I believe over 10 years now. She's been recovering and she's doing
Mm.
well. But yeah, it just really shows you that you just can't take life for granted. You can't take your loved ones for granted.
Let me ask you a question. What are one of the things you would say that your mom taught you without necessarily saying it, but taught you a great lesson through her actions? Hopefully something positive, but if not, it could be negative too, I guess. But what would that be?
I'd say integrity. I mean,
Ah,
she'd always have me doing chores around the house, and sometimes you half-ass it a little bit, and then she'd come back and be like, "Hey, you got to fix this." Integrity is doing the right thing when no one's looking. So even though I'm not looking over your shoulder,
oh,
making sure you're doing this, you got to make sure you're doing it. So
oh.
that was a lesson she drilled in, and hopefully, I can tell her now that it worked.
Right, right, right.
She may have felt like it was a struggling battle sometimes, but it definitely sunk in.
That's awesome because like you said, you are a businessman, right? And integrity is forefront, man. That's front and center. You got to have integrity, and you have to do the job right, and you have to do it well. And when you don't, hey, guess what? You won't have a business very long. So I said that was a
Right.
very, very great value. When it comes to men, right, or your dad, I mean, however that works, right? That What did you learn about her relationship with men that perhaps makes you a better man to your wife today?
Just being respectful, being respectful to other people, being respectful to women, being respectful to others. I mean, we're not always going to agree. We're not always going to um, just holding yourself to a higher standard in that effect. That was something that I really I grew up with and saw with my parents. So that was something I really picked up and learned there.
What and finally, as I close down here, when you think about your wife there, who I just put on the screen, right? What qualities in your wife, right, that you see in your wife that reminds you of your mom?
You know what? She puts her family first. She really
Uh,
does. She puts her family first. Even when I try to force her to, take some time, take a break, have some time to yourself or whatever, like she wants to make sure the kids are taken care of, I'm taken care of. I mean, she really lives a selfless life.
mm.
And making sure she takes care of everyone around her. And my gosh, I love her to death for it.
Oh, that's awesome. Great tribute to your mom there, Jordan. And you know what? Best I know, for what I know of you and what the people say about you, she did a hell of a job in raising a great son.
Thanks, Johnny. Thanks, man.
Jordan Dodge out of Santa Cruz, California. Thanks so much for coming on today, brother. I know you got work to do.
Good talking to you, Johnny. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, man. Talk to you later. All right, thanks so much.
Have a good
All
one.
right, ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Dodge there. He's out of Santa Cruz, California. Really super nice guy, giving tribute there to his mom. Also has an upcoming event as well. You can check out all of that information at akpromotions.org. We also was going to have Mr. Christopher Aries on today, and I'll just show you a picture of him and his family. But he's in a location right now. I think he's on the beach somewhere. That his Wi-Fi just wasn't good. I don't know if he can get it working. Maybe he'll come back on, but I got a feeling that he's not. But if he does, hey, we'll chat. But I know I do have in the lobby right now, I think I saw someone who I haven't really had a chat with on the show in just a moment. But we're going to go and bring up a lot of you people know who she is. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Crew Paul. And when I did that, she disappeared. I don't know where Crew Paul. There she is. And baby Lily.
Hey, can you say hi?
Hey, look at that. How you doing, Crew Paul?
I am doing great. I'm doing
Oh,
great. Thank you.
what a cute little baby.
Ah.
Oh my gosh, what a cute little baby, a beauty, just a beautiful child there, Crew Paul. You've done so well. Well, I see you've been busy, so I won't ask what you've been up to. I think we can see what you've been up to.
I know. Look at this. Look at this.
I know. How have you been though, overall, Crew Paul?
Well, I have been I don't even know how to describe. It's just so much. We talk about this during the COVID shutdown, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like roller coaster, right? And
Right.
when I say roller coaster, it's so good and so bad and just a lot of anxiety, and I know at the end of the day, I wouldn't regret ride on that roller coaster. That's why we
Wow.
back.
Right. So even though, and that's what I tell people when times get rough and times get difficult. Don't get weaker, dig deeper, right? And you can find that light at the end of the tunnel if you look hard enough. And look at the light, the very bright light that you found, right? Right in the midst of a pandemic. So that is absolutely amazing. So I want to just kind of chat with you a little bit about your experience in becoming a new mom. And I'm going to kind of relate it to your experience with your mom as well, right? Do you see things a little bit differently? Maybe some of the decisions that she made, some of the things that she told you, the way she maybe treated you. Now that you are a new mom for the first time, do you kind of understand that a little bit better?
Oh yes. First of all, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
Yes.
Um, the big one for my mom. I know she would be watching this later on.
Yes, yes.
Even though she don't understand a word we say, but Happy Mother's Day.
Right, right,
She don't speak English. So
right.
yes, the relationship between me and my mom, before I have Lily, I have always been looking up to my mom. She is one strong fighter, not fighting in the ring, but
Right.
fighting in life. She is so strong, single mom, and she raised 6 children and
Mm.
managed to make everything work. Um,
Wow.
and I'm having baby now, as you see. I love her more, and I appreciate what she have done when I was younger. Uh, I understand more of, like you mentioned earlier, what she have done before. It doesn't make sense, but it does now. And
Can you give me an example, Kupal, of something that she might have told you and you didn't quite get it then, but now you do as a parent?
well, I think this might relate to a lot of people. That when parents said, "I am hard on you because I love you."
Ah.
I want to make sure you survive out there when you get out on your own.
Mm. You feel a deeper responsibility, even though your baby is she's still a baby, but you feel a deeper responsibility to make sure that you, whatever you're teaching her, that you know that it's survival skills.
Um, yes, yes. What one of my friend, I would say a friend of mine, told me that you want to look at an animal, like specifically a giraffe,
Okay.
when it's raised a baby. The
Ah.
moment that giraffe come out of the mother's womb, the mom would knock it down a few times, and it will hit its own baby, right? It will
Okay.
babies down and make the baby standing up.
Oh. Whoa,
because
you're getting deep, Kupal. That's good.
because giraffe um is one of the animal that would be attacked by, like, the lions, the tiger, and the baby have to be able to protect
Mm.
itself.
I like it.
So with that being said, don't baby your child too much. She need to have that life skills. Just it's okay to knock her down, not punching, but you know
Right.
make
Well,
sure.
hey, you got. Well, let me go back and tell my mom that. It might be, I might be a little late. My mom had a serious backhand when I got out of line, no doubt.
Yes. So that's yeah, I were told, that one of the advice that I have, and I take that very seriously, because the generation have changed.
Right,
A lot of things change, and I think the way we raise children. Well, I'm first year mom. I know a lot of mom out there listening
right,
have a lot more experience.
right.
um, to me, I want to uh, make sure that she have life skills. Just throw her out there. You see how we went to PKB last time?
Right,
Like it or not, your mom is, in the fighting
right.
business.
Yes.
That's how you're gonna grow up. So there's no way around. Not that you have to fight, but you know, mom have to be there for an hour. You have to be there, and we're going to make it work.
Well, I don't think you're going to have a problem with her enjoying Muay Thai and kickboxing. As you can see right there in the picture, she was having a great time at the event. And you know what? An interesting thing about that too, Kupal, that she was being passed around,
Oh
right? By
yes.
everybody in your club. Tell me a little bit about that relationship with having a child and the gym members and how they have kind of, helped you help or helping you raise baby Lily.
Oh yes. I would say we have been blessed. So many level. Lily have been loved uh from all the member and the parents, so we have been blessed there. um, the relationship in classroom and being a new mom, of course, is something new.
Right.
um, uh, not not every guys or not everybody out there um, experience your instructor carrying a child
Right.
teach class.
Right.
Well, this is what we're going to do today, guys. This is the drill. When someone have question and I have to, hand free and explain, I would say like, here, hold on to this.
Ah! But you're getting it done.
Yes. Um, and I would say I am so grateful that I have a great team, a great people surrounding us.
Right. Right.
Yes, we can't make it work. I
Right.
when I was pregnant with her, I was a high risk pregnancy,
Right.
and I have um, instructor and member here that stepping up like, this is what I can do for the yin in the order to keep the door open until you are good with the baby.
Right. Wow. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. I
So
saw that they actually stepped up, right, and were helping you out a lot. Let me kind of ask you this question about with baby Lily, because baby Lily is the star. She is the star. But I want to know, what has baby Lily taught you about you?
so she taught me business aspect.
Oh.
Oh, she's a big business girl.
You gotta explain that one to me.
Okay, well, I hope some parents at the gym don't listen to this.
Okay.
So, um, you love your child. Your child is the most valuable, the best thing that happened to your life. Now, I am running after school program, and I have like very good amount like groups of kids
Mhm.
program in here. And what Lily taught me is that the kid would always be right to the parent.
Mm.
So, um, even though she is fussy, sometimes she is not right. I have to cut few step back before I have to talk to parents.
Oh.
The discipline wise, because you have to understand that sometimes, um, how to put this, sometimes we have to look at it as parents aspect of, this is the place that they believe their child going to learn something
Mm.
and having fun.
Mm.
And I think having Lily, I was able to put myself in their shoes, let's say, and
Mm.
understand how, what um what would I want if I sent her to different program, as far as the knowledge and being treated and being like, you know uh in the program and being
Right.
informative about how my child progress in the program. So it is something that um, I think every martial arts instructor already do that. Um, it just didn't hit me as much
Mm.
before I have the baby.
Ah,
And suddenly now it become something we have to improve, like big one. Yes, and I have team instructor here that helping out, looking
right,
out for how can we not based off of ourselves of like I teach the best Muay Thai or I teach
right, 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 right.
right, but put their benefit up first,
Mm.
parents and for the children.
Well, you've really learned how to multitask. And this time right now, you've been talking to me. You kept talking while you got a bottle and you're now feeding baby Lily. All right. And so has it taught you how to better prioritize and multitask?
Oh yes, absolutely. Multitasking, and I get used to tell people that uh, I said I'm going to be here this time, and I want to tell you also I have a newborn. I could be 10-15 minutes late. If I'm on the road, I'm not rushing.
Right,
Like
right.
that's going to be firm ahead of
I'll
time.
get there. I'll get there when I get there.
Yes, I do best on my part, and same thing in the training room. I'm teaching class, and I will have bottle. I carry her around and make sure the class uh, delivered the good material or instruction to students.
Right, right. Boy, seriously multitasking, motherhood and a businesswoman. Girl, you got it going on. But before I let you go, tell me about you have an event coming up on August the 7th there. Tell me a little bit about the preparation for that.
Yes, absolutely. I I'm so excited. We talk about having kickboxing, right?
Yes,
The KB, and we have the point boxing, right?
yes,
Um, Here in New Bern, and I'm super excited. We talk about you and I trying to give out the championship belt for well, we will talk about that, on the back and
right,
finalize that. But
right.
I really, really would like to give championship belt for fighter out there to motivate them, and um, I know a lot of fighters out there have been goal to like want to do this, want to fight, want to win the championship.
Mhm.
So it's an opportunity for them to come out and uh, have more chance to win the title belt.
Well, you're teaching more of you have a class now going for the boxing, is that correct?
Oh yes, I have Coach John Orr
Right,
currently that super super awesome, great coach.
right.
Get that going, um, and you know, some fighters in there are looking forward to try out their first time for
Hmm.
the point boxing as well.
Yeah, the PBSC. That'd be awesome.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think that is she going to sleep now? She's getting ready to take a nap.
Yes, we are actually getting ready to go out and pick up kids from school because we do have after school program.
Wow, you jumped all in on that after school program. I remember when you were doing some research and we were having you ask some questions and things like that. But now you really have it going, huh?
Well, I never get to say this all the time, but I greatly appreciate Johnny
Oh,
Davis, for giving advice for those
thank you.
who's listening. Um, if you follow podcasts, follow Johnny Davis, always have great
Oh,
content and advice as far as running program, doing some businesses. So yes, after school program. Oh, are you
I
okay?
think she might be almost done.
We just got a new van, for the program. So I'm super excited for the next
Wow.
week. Hopefully, the school going back 5 days a week.
Wow, cool, Paul, you're killing it over there. I know I'll close out right here, but I know we were talking about TK King and her running her business over there, being a woman and all. And let's not forget about Crew Paul. She's over there in New Bern, North Carolina. She's doing a great job over there. New mom, Crew
New mom.
Paul. Final
Yay.
question though, where did the name Lily come from? Is there a connection there?
Well, the her daddy said it's gonna run with L. So, her her grandmother name start with L. Grandfather start with L. Now daddy start with L. There you go, Lily.
Well, okay. I said one final question, but here I go one more time. Okay, so the dad is European, white, and you are, Thai, right? Are you planning on teaching? Johnny Davis Live, real talk, real solutions, right? Are you planning on teaching her the language and the culture and the of your background, culture, etc. And in particular, did you also name her? Does she have a Thai name?
She don't have Thai name. I am not really planning on teaching her Thai, but I just speak Thai with her.
Well, hold on now. Right? If you were speaking Thai to her, is she starting to kind of understand it?
Yes. Well, right now she don't, but she would be, according to what I study and know, she would
Right,
be just like when we all grow up and we just picking up some words
right,
instead of teaching her, okay, child, we have to sit down and mommy gonna teach you Thai.
right.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay,
I
okay.
speak Thai with her.
So
And she learned,
you think she's just gonna pick it up?
yes.
And you
And
think she'll be fluent enough that when she goes back to her country, she'll be able to communicate with grandma?
that's a good question. That's cool. She have not speak her first word yet, but that's the goal so far. And um, grandma and everyone back home speak Thai with her. We don't have gap where like, okay, this is the time to speak Thai or
Right,
English. We
right,
just we just say it like just say it out as this is normal thing,
right.
as well
Well,
as
yeah.
food, right?
I think she's going to end up speaking it. I think she's going to be engulfed in it. If you're speaking it around the house, she's definitely going to come. All of a sudden, you say, "I need you to pick up your room," and however you say that in Thai, and if you only say it in Thai, she's got to figure it out, right?
Yes, I mean that kind of what I learned from my friends that are from Mexico.
Right,
They don't have session where like I'm going to teach you Spanish.
right,
Well, if you understand what I said, too bad.
right. Well, look at you though. Look at you. You came over here not hardly speaking a word of English, right? And then look at you now, right? And you learned it through by being around it and people speaking, and later on you just kind of started understanding it. If you engulf her in that around the household and looking at TV or whatever the case might be, I don't see how she cannot learn how to speak Thai.
Yes, that's what I hope too. She love watching cartoon right now. Um, some bright color on screen, and we are watching Thai kids show. So
Perfect.
you know, we'll see.
Wow. This has been awesome. I mean, I think this is I think the epitome of motherhood, right? You know, a new mother. Listen, who is into Muay Thai and kickboxing? I mean, and boxing, right? You're the perfect guest, you know, and I'm so glad you were on today, just as we had Jordan Dodge on as well. And so this has been great. Baby Lily was awesome, right? And so we're going to see you probably in a few weeks at a tournament somewhere, I'm sure. Correct?
Yes, we are planning on going to Don's event.
Right,
So
in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, if you haven't already mentioned, you know, we are going.
Oh yeah, that's awesome because Don's August, May the 15th. That's only in a couple next weekend, right? Wow, time is flying. Look at here, Cool Paul. Thanks so much, you and Lily. Look at Lily got a fist up. She's saying power, power. She's ready to punch something already. Thanks so much. Yeah, what were you gonna say? You get the last word.
No, you're all good. I would say thank you and happy Mother's Day for all the moms out there.
Thank you. Happy Mother's Day, Cool Paul. Bye-bye.
สวัสดีค่ะ
Hey, baby Lily's getting the word in as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it there. A great conversation there with Crew Paul and Mr. Jordan Dodge. A little bit about, you know, Muay Thai and kickboxing. Of course, that's what we do here. And also, you know, celebrating all the great mothers out there. I just want to thank everybody for taking a moment to watch yet another edition of Johnny Davis Live. We're going to be speaking here with Mr. Ricky Rainey here in a moment there. He has fought in Bellator. He's fought in Glory. He's just kind of done a lot of different things. We're going to chat with him in just a moment. Hey, guys, for right now, continue to wear those masks. I recommend getting that vaccination. Forward march. This is Johnny Davis Live, and I'm checking out. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.